pranayama, because lots of time we talk about many things about the pranayama, do this pranayama, do that pranayama, but what is the actual pranayama means? Prana, life force energy, a vital force in our entire system, which is yogi talking about prana. It's combined two words, prana plus ayama. Prana is a life force energy, ayama is an expansion of this vital force in our whole body, in our whole system, that is becomes pranayama. What is the benefit we get when we expansion these energies? What happen in our system? You know, the many times which is known these days, we talk about anxieties, stress, many kind of problems in our life. It means not that problem coming somewhere else, it's already there, it sometimes just comes up. So when we practicing the traditional principle of the pranayama, we practice pranayama, the many other things with the through the pranayama, these things becomes more clear. As much we clear, we becomes better and better, we knows how to control our system. That is the method of the pranayama, which is the yogi talking about. Pranayama is finding the dimension on your vital force. Pranayama. What is the main pillar to practicing pranayama? So everybody have to know there is the three main pillar of pranayama. Purak, Rechak and Kumbhak. When I said Purak is the inhalation, Rechak is the exhalation, and Kumbhak is a breath retention. Kumbh, when we said Kumbh, Kumbh means in Sanskrit pot. Body is a one vessel which is holds a lot of content in it. So breath is goes in our container to hold kind of pot. That's why this is called kumbhak. And there is a two type of kumbhak. One, when you exhale the breath and holding breath outside without taking any breath in, hold breath outside, that's called bahir kumbhak. When same things you do to take breath in and hold the breath inside, that is the antar kumbhak. Antar means in, bahir means out. So this is the three pillar. Somebody might be said, oh, that's I'm doing 24 hours because we always breathing in and out. That's what we have to understand. When yogi is talking about the pranayama, which kind of a very subtle subject they're talking about? Swas praswas. Patanjali in a sutra, a pranayama, he said, tasmin sati swas praswas gatir vichedaha pranayama. Gatir vichedaha. Swas praswas, between the gap of your inhalation and exhalation, that's what he's talking about. That's a gap called kumbhak. Between the rest and 24 hours, how many seconds or minute do you observe you have completely rest on your system? Breath in and out 24 hours. If this way we bring the pranayama as well, it becomes a breathing yama, not a pranayama, it becomes a breathing yama. So we have to understand the very minor detail behind, and when we apply after that, things are start to take in place, and we finding which things we are struggling, that becoming better and better. So this is all clear. At the beginning, I always said nobody have to push our breath. When we take in a breath in, we aware, we are there, how the breath goes in. We don't have to push our breath. When I said push our breath, lots of time, but we do anything we do, any pranayama, This is what we don't have to do. This is not yogi saying that breath forcefully in. You just allow your breath, because whenever you not remember, also breath is running in and out. This is the natural pattern. So when you doing any kind of practice pranayama, you just have to be gentle with your system. Don't shake it your body, allowing your breath. Suppose that if you're doing alternate nostril breathing, which is called avaloma viloma pranayama, right direction and opposite direction, avalom vilom pranayama. Some people also call nadi shodhana pranayama. Not some people, the exact version of this pranayama, the clearance is a nadi shodhana pranayama. But why somebody called avalom vilom? Why some other people call nadi shodhana pranayama? Because avalom vilom is the pre-work of the nadi shodhana pranayama. You cannot just attend the nadi shodhana pranayama directly if you are not a pranayama practitioner. These days, lots of time I see it, people say take the 10-second breath, hold 10 seconds and release in a 10 seconds. So 1-1-1 process. Then 1-1-2 process. This kind of things start. But this process you cannot just follow at the beginning if you are not a practitioner. If you are a practitioner, that's okay. So you have to practicing avaloma viloma pranayama. So just little bit of example. Suppose that when I'm practicing avaloma viloma pranayama, a lot of time what we do this. This is the example. That's what we don't have to do. When you're practicing avaloma viloma, you don't have to hold any breath or anything. Just observe the gap. When I do it, observe where is the gap comes. Yeah. See, I just using normal mudra. There is no any specific mudra I suggest you to do this. Just using the index finger and thumb. But make it sure, don't close the whole nostril. It's close below the nasal bone. Just gently below the nasal bone. You have other passages open. And same thing you do a tip of the index finger with the left side. So start with the left. So first I close the right gently. My face impression is not going to change. My body is not going to shake. Other hands I'm touching in any mudras, this is the chinna mudra. If I just edge of my index finger touching on the thumb, that is the vayu mudra. I can place it like this, and then thumb, breath in through the left gently. Watch me. Right now I'm not going to talk. So this way you have to practice without any disturbance on your system. So when I said observe the gap, when I take the breath in, when I close, before I open other one, there is a gap. See, if I breath in, before I leave another one, that is the gap. That's the gap you have to observe. When you start to thinking, oh, right now my command becoming better, I can take a breath very slowly. I have capacity to hold it for a few seconds. Then you start to observing the gap. This gap start to take in a place. In after a couple of months practicing the alternate nostril breathing, avalom vilom pranayama, you moving to the nadi shodhana pranayama, where you can count your breath exactly. If you take the breath 10 seconds, you can hold 10 seconds and release in a 10 seconds. After some time, this ratio going to be up. If you take in a 10 seconds, you can hold in a 20 seconds or 15 seconds and release in a 20 seconds. This kind of ratio 111, 112, 123, that's how is going to be. But at the beginning you have to practicing alternate nostril breathing to prepare your system, whole system to get ready. One more thing I want to say, when yogi is talking about the nadis, what is the nadis? Nadis is the pathway where is the prana circulated in our system. Some people said there is a 72,000 nadis. Some people said there is a something else. I never claim where is a how many nadis, but definitely there is a pathway in your whole system where is the prana circulated. And sometimes this is the prana when they are never finding our way. This is comes up the other kinds of tension on your body, stress, anxiety, some many kind of blockades happen. That's what not going to be happen when you're practicing pranayama. You're finding which problems always bother you. This problem is not gone, it's still there, but you know how to handle. Praptas prapti, nirvritti nirvritti. Whatever you get, whatever you got, you get that. Whatever is not exist is goes away. That is a yoga. So this is what I want to talk about the pranayama. And one thing last before I end this video, when I said prana is something which is allow our whole existence to function. Something gone from this body when we cannot respond. When we are young, if somebody in our culture died, we never said somebody dead. We said prana gone. Prana is gone from the body. So these are the word which is using in the traditional word prana, something gone from the body. Other body parts, other organs live in a system, but they cannot function because there is something which is center is already gone, leaving the body. That is the prana yogi talking about. Swansa praswansa gatirvicheda pranayama. I hope you understand video, and upcoming time I'm going to be more detail about the pranayama. So thank you very much for watching, and please if you have any questions, write down the comments below. Hari Om.